Pre-replay, pre-interleague play, and pre-mega money in the game. Dale Scott climbed the umpiring ranks during a different time in Major League Baseball. Now he's making the calls in retirement. Scott is safe at home in Oregon, where he expects to remember his 30-plus years in the bigs for his next 30-plus years.
I was 15 in Eugene, Oregon, working a Spencer Butte at Madison game in 1975 was my first game. And if somebody had said, you know what, kid, you're going to work 3 World Series and work 32 years in the big leagues and blah, 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 I would have said, what, are you smoking?
Out of the haze and back to reality. Dale Scott is making the calls in retirement, and baseball isn't his first option for recreation.
Just to sit down, on a Tuesday night and fire up the Mariners or something, I've seen a lot of baseball.
The 58-year-old Eugene native suffered 4 concussions in 5 years.
If I had as much luck with Powerball as I do with, concussions, I would be very rich right now. Not the case.
The man in blue had his bell rung twice in his last 8 months on the job.
It used to be, hey, shake it off, kid, you'll be fine. Now we know how wrong that is.
So Scott called it a career after being carted off the turf in Toronto last April.
You work almost 4,000 games, and the last game you work, you exit on a stretcher in a neck brace. It's a little scary. Of course, I told my friends, us gays, we love to make an exit.
After entering the majors in 1985, Scott worked with and met some of the greats in his 3,990 games, from presidents to the famous San Diego Chicken. Their treasured times. Well, mostly, anyway.
I don't miss the travel. I don't miss the rain delays. I don't miss the hotel reservation screw-ups. I don't miss the guy screaming at you for what I would consider no reason.
Never one to break character. Scott tossed many players and managers in his time. None were quite as memorable as this Memorial Day spat on primetime Monday Night Baseball with Yankee manager Billy Martin in 1988.
So I was the last ejection of Billy Martin.
Badge of honor.
Badge of honor, yeah.
The first openly gay umpire in the majors. Scott came out in 2014. He's been happily married to his husband Mike for the past 5 years, but they've been together for nearly 32.
All my guys I worked with knew, people on Park Avenue knew, so this wasn't some big, huge explosion for them, but for the teams and the media and that kind of stuff, it was something new, and it's been a very positive experience ever since then.
Now, Dale has a few more games in the books this summer, not to ump, but to toss out honorary first pitches on Pride Nights for the Dodgers and Orioles. Plus, he'll ride on MLB's float during the Gay Pride Parade in New York City.
Things have changed a lot since when I first started to what's going on now.
After truly savoring his first Northwest summer since 1980 this last year, Scott also basks in all the glory that is fall. He's an avid Oregon football fan. You'll see blue in duck green come this September. As far as MLB and PDX, Dale would love to see it, but won't believe it until he sees it. In studio, Krupke, Fox 12 Oregon.